Welcome
Season 2,
back. hmm
Season 2, Episode 2,
I'm trying a new thing where instead of
Episode
staring at my
3.
episode 3,
Episode
that's
3.
right. That's right. Wow.
That's right.
We're gonna get there. We'll get there eventually.
We'll get
I'm
there.
trying a new
See
thing where
months.
trying to pull up my podcast notes because I keep a running note just in my phone, and I am 41 years old. So I am just now realizing that my notes app is also available on my computer. So I was like, why don't I
Yes, it
just pull
is.
it up on my
Yeah.
computer, and then I can just click back and forth instead of having to look down at my phone. So let's see.
Let's
Here we
go.
go.
All right. I'll start off with a fun reveal. So, for anyone who's listening, I'd like everyone to look at my sweater.
Oh,
So,
wow.
what I'm wearing is a baby blue
Mhm.
heart limited edition Taylor Swift sweater that is like one of maybe 300 in the world that were created exclusively for her tour
Wow.
that my friend Michelle somehow was able to snag for me. I forgot to ask her how and where she got this. I believe she got it maybe from you know what? I don't know.
The black Taylor Swift
The
market.
black market, but she's like, of all people who would like a limited edition tour
It's you.
merch sweater, it's you. So I would like to start off for everyone who's watching this. We'll put some pictures up. So that's
It
my
is
really great.
lovely. It looks so soft and
Mhm.
cozy
It's
and
soft
like
and
an
cozy,
oversized vibe.
but it's just, you know, I think a sign of a healthy personal brand is when people know exactly what you
Yeah.
want, who you are.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift
This made
merch,
me think of you.
martini, hiking,
Uh-huh.
IPA, your dog.
Here
Great.
is my dog. Gifting
Okay,
you a dog.
you have a list. Go.
I do. I
This is
have a
gonna be a
list.
power episode. I know.
So the Masters happened. Are you a golf fan? I don't think we've talked about
No,
this.
no,
Okay, I'm
no.
not either.
What I love about it is the whole no phone thing. That's brilliant, but no, I don't
Yes.
care about
Yeah,
golf.
the no phone thing, yes, the no women thing. Well, we got over that. We're women are allowed now. But um the Masters, I think I don't watch golf. I don't play golf either. My husband plays golf occasionally. I can see myself getting into golf from a playing perspective, not from a watching perspective, when we are empty nesters, when the kids leave and we're like, that's a great thing to do outside, get some exercise, walk
Sure.
around. I can see that happening in my future. Right now, I'm not a fan. However, I got sucked into golf drama because Rory McIlroy won the Masters for the second year in a row. However, actual golf fans are in a tizzy because they would like an asterisk put next to his name and next to his victory because he won last year and then spent all of this year flying from his home in Florida to Augusta, Georgia, almost daily to practice on the Augusta course
Okay.
and play the same course that he would be playing at the Masters again. So he essentially had, according to people, an unfair advantage because he got to play the course hundreds of more times than
So
people who.
unfair advantage or just a smart strategic training plan
So
to win the
that's
Masters?
the uproar. And the thing that it reminded me of is a study I saw recently that said the average salary of Ironman finishers is over 250,000, and that similarly brought up a discussion of, okay, so is it just a rich person sport or does it attract high achievers? Same as the Masters conversation, I think. Is he just being smart and, doing what he is able to
Well,
do,
what
or is
would
that an unfair
prevent
advantage?
so two things. One for the golf thing, what would prevent other golfers from following the same strategy?
So he
Just the
skipped all
inability
of
to
the
like
other big
yeah,
competitions.
that's their
He didn't
choice.
participate in any other tournaments, and he just did
Okay.
the Masters and focused on that. And in all fairness, he only won by one stroke with this strategy. So he
I
almost
don't
didn't win.
so I don't know enough about the politics and the finances of golf, but it's not like the other players that he was playing against were so strapped for cash that they had to compete around the world in competitions to try to win the prize money, whereas Rory was already rich and successful golfer that he didn't need to go on that global showcase
He
for the
took a
money.
private plane daily. He would drop his kid off at school in Florida, take a private plane to Augusta, play around, hop back on his private plane, fly back, and pick his kid up from school. So it's definitely
Yeah,
something that
I mean,
requires finances.
yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a tale as old as time with competing in sports and athletics, whether it is,
It
you
costs
know,
money.
yeah, whether it's, well, yeah, I mean, it's very expensive to ski. It's very expensive to be a triathlete, to afford the triathlete bikes
which
and
is
to
where the
have the pool
Ironman thing comes
memberships. And
in.
like,
Like, but that's where is it?
I disagree with the Ironman thing. The
You do?
Ironman, yes, because
Okay.
I think to
Well, what do you
do an
think comes
Iron,
first? Is it attracting people who are just high achievers and that's why they earn more
yes,
money? That's what you think?
yes,
Okay.
yes, I do. Because no money can, I don't care how much money you have, like
Can't
to
teach you
put your
that
body,
discipline. Yeah.
to put your body through that level of pain and training requires a very specific mindset, regardless of money. Yes, it's an expensive sport, but also like you can get some sponsors. Like, I don't know. I disagree with that one. The golf one, I don't know enough, but like,
I think
but
I
it's
agree
also like the
because
training for kids. Like, think about like how important like money is for like youth sports, and like in a bad, like in a good way and a bad way. Meaning, if you are born into a family of privilege and you have the ability to travel around the world to get your kid into the best competitions in
sure.
soccer, like,
Or if you were
you
born
know,
with the last name Manning, you already have a leg up in a certain sport. Like there's things where you have
yeah,
you can buy
hopefully
your foot in the
genetically.
door. Yeah. Or genetically you have your foot in the door. But I also think for Ironman, I've never
It's
heard
such a weird comparison to like, I feel like Ironman is like such a niche, like, it's yeah, like a niche sport
I've
that
never
like
heard
I've never
someone
associate
say
with
if I
a
like
rich
you
person
know
sport
how
at
there was a
all.
trend on social media that's probably still going around of if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs.
Huh?
It never
I
is
love that.
someone saying like I would suddenly be doing a bunch of Ironman competitions. Like that's not a thing. Like if
Exactly.
I had
No.
millions, I would finally be able to do all of these Ironman competitions. I
What would
think
be
that
yours if you won the lottery, you wouldn't tell anyone, but you'd quietly know.
we would travel a lot more.
Yeah.
That would be a quick and easy thing. Just
Yeah,
booking
I
a
think
trip
we would
somewhere,
start to have
traveling.
like an insane built out greenhouse and garden, chickens, horses, farm. I think we'd buy up like a bunch of like local breweries and
I'm
just like run
surprised you
them for
don't have
fun.
chickens. I mean, I
Well,
know
they're
there's
coming. They're
a
coming.
lot of
They're
they
coming.
are. Okay, it
Yeah.
seems
The
inevitable.
crowd's gonna do it. Yeah, yeah. They're coming.
It
Because
seems
I mean,
inevitable.
that's just more of a, yeah. Chickens aren't a really big barrier to entry there, except time. But um yeah, okay. I don't know. The triathlete thing, meh. But the golf thing, interesting. All right.
I don't know. I feel like I don't think he should have an asterisk next to his name like he won just because
Yeah,
you
you
don't
won.
agree with the way he did it. He didn't it wasn't cheating. He just strategically practiced in my opinion.
Golfers weigh in. All right, I have a bunch, but you go next. I want to hear all your
Okay,
laundry list. You have
so
a good thing.
well this I think I need you to chime in on because so and I want to you know where I heard this? Reese Witherspoon posted about this.
My girl.
The jobs women hold are 3 times more likely to be taken over by AI, and yet women use AI 25% less than men. So, and she was talking about it from the context of she doesn't want to get left behind, so she's going to start learning about
I
AI,
saw that. I saw her post. Yeah.
which I loved.
hmm
And I was like, hey, I know someone who knows about
Mm,
AI who could
few things.
probably like where would you start? What is AI for basic for beginners? Like what's the first step in trying to incorporate AI and not get left behind?
As someone, so again, I'm working at OpenAI, I'm doing B2B marketing. My work in that space is very centered on helping large enterprises, SMBs, startups, digital natives, developers use a suite of our tools. And so on a daily basis, I am looking at tools that are being implemented across a massive, highly technical organizations. I am a marketer. I'm a social media person. Like, I am non-technical. And so for me, the biggest ways I've incorporated AI into my life is like literally starting so basic and to not be intimidated. Like, it is so intimidating to like just feel overwhelmed by everything that's out there. And it's almost like, trying to teach a kid to read. It's just like everyone goes at their own pace and everyone has, their own learning curves. And I would like start with what you know. So like, for example, the most basic thing, like literally get on ChatGPT. I don't care if you use ChatGPT. I don't care if you use Claude. Like, just start on one of these two tools and start to use, like, think of ChatGPT not as Google. Like, you can be sure you can, but start thinking about how you can train that model to make your life easier. So, like, literally, this is so basic, but I would like, I don't know, train it to help you plan a kid's birthday party. Like, literally start from like the
Great.
most basic standpoint and, I would go from there. More to
Okay.
come. We can get into more specifics, but like the biggest thing I get is like intimidation. And like
Yeah.
if you write off AI and you think it's just scary and it's taking over the world and I'm not going to get into it, like you're going to get left behind. And like,
Absolutely.
it's just like the World
And
Wide
that's
Web.
very much my mentality. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
fine without it. So why? But I also understand it's not going anywhere. It's only going to be more involved in our lives and our day to day. So I'm very much on Team Reese here. I don't want to be left behind. I need to
Like
understand how to use it and incorporate it.
literally the most 101 thing, like what are the 5 biggest things in your personal life or professional life that are the biggest time sucks for you that you hate doing? Like, I mean, like literally for me, it helps me do like my expense reports. Like, okay.
Great.
Or,
If
so I would think
AI
about
could
it.
help me fold laundry, that's where I'm getting caught up, like the tangible things. So I need to back up even like a step further and figure out, okay, what is like maybe it can help me figure out how to prioritize laundry in addition to the rest of the stuff going on in my day. Like, here's what it needs to happen today. Where do I start? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it should be, I mean, where we're getting to the point is like agentic AI, where you're going to have like your own personal SPE agent that goes out and does all of these other things for you, so you actually have time to do laundry, because that's not going away. You physically will need to do laundry, but like at least you can do laundry while listening to a pod or listening to music and enjoying it, watching
That's
a movie
true.
while you do it. So you have your little agent out there, I don't know, booking Harry's pediatric appointment, or I don't know, following up on email with a customer, and it's in your tone of voice. So yeah,
So
I
much
saw that
to
from
learn.
Reese too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm invested. Jeez,
Ooh,
attacked my
is that
desk.
oh.
Sorry about my limbs. Yeah, anyway, I saw that on her social media and I was like, this is a very, and especially for the people who follow her, I think it's a great audience to be
It
targeting at that
is
message.
perfect. Like if she can do for like what she did with book club, like Reese's book
Absolutely.
club and
Getting more
reading, if
people
she can
invested in
do that
reading.
for, yes, and do that for AI. What's
Mm-hmm.
also interesting about that thing she brought up though is how AI is going to take more jobs from women than men, yet women aren't using the tools. I'm trying to think kind of like what that, like what that is, why, like what knowledge work. Is it because women do more knowledge work? Because AI is really good at knowledge work. Like I'm a knowledge worker, so I'm at risk, meaning like I'm not an on the ground, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a dentist, I'm not a construction worker. I'm literally using my brain to do work. And so if that's you, yes, that's.
Or is it because women are inherently just wired to get shit done? So we're not used to looking for or taking shortcuts. And I think some people might look at AI as a shortcut and not quite understand how to use that and incorporate it. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, that's the wrong way to think of AI is a shortcut. It's like an accelerator. It's your multiplier. It is going to
Catalyst,
be like
yeah.
a superhuman for you if you just kind of use it in the right way. All right. Okay. Thanks, Reese.
Yeah, thanks for bringing up a very overdue conversation. So,
Yep.
all right, what have you been scrolling? What have you been seeing? Are you
Well,
still on the
what
NASA train, or has your algorithm changed a
you
little bit?
algorithm has changed. I only saw a couple of things pop up, but I just started listening to Lena Dunham's Famesick, her memoir.
Okay, that's
And
been
so
popping up.
yeah, and so I have not listened to her interview in the New York Times interview yet, but because I've just been listening to her book, and I have to say, like, I've really been enjoying. She's such a strong writer. She's a
Okay,
strong narrator. Her perspective on fame, Hollywood, writing, acting, producing. I just like it's been a minute since I've seen her, and I haven't gotten into the juice of the book in terms of her ongoing chronic health issues or any sort of addictions and like but it was interesting how she started off her memoir with reading off like a 2-minute list of every celebrity or famous person who has ended themselves um, because of fame. And so
wow,
that's the purpose of like the book is like how you just become so sick of fame. You become fame
the
sick for
burden
a
of
variety of
fame.
the
Yeah,
burden of it, Marilyn Monroe, like, um, but I don't know, that's kind of been something that's been popping. I've been liking it. And that led me to the other thing is like, I do all things on Audible, right? I'm listening
yeah.
to my books, I'm driving, walking the dog. They should make, is there a service? I know you can rent it from your library, but like, there should be like a way to resell an audio file. Like, I want to be able to gift you my audio file from like Audible. So it's like
Interesting. Yeah,
if I listen to Lena's book on Audible and I finish it, I should be able to like, I don't know.
share
let
it.
you, share it or give it to you for like half
like
off. I'm
sharing a book, an
this
actual
has
book.
to exist.
It
That
has to.
type
I
of
mean,
model has to
Spencer just
exist.
got a
The
Kindle and he
resale.
literally rents Kindle books from the library, and
Yeah,
it's so
yeah,
simple.
yeah.
So
And I don't know
simple.
why I do that. That's stupid for me not doing that. So
It's
Lena,
so
that's one of
easy.
my things.
Okay.
I want to talk about Peloton.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
New ad drop. Well, I think first of
you go
all,
first.
we need to back up though, because I am probably one of the few people, and I know this is not going to be a surprise to you, who didn't watch Heated Rivalry. I have not watched it yet. I assume you did.
I watched the first couple of episodes
Okay.
and I had to make sure Max wasn't around.
Okay.
So
It's that level of
yeah. But like,
risque.
I mean, you don't need to watch it to understand exactly what it is. There's so
Sure.
much
Oh,
content
absolutely.
online. So like
Yeah.
you get it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was great. I watched the first couple of episodes and it's a
And
sexy
both
eye
of those
candy.
actors are having their moment. They came out of
Yes.
nowhere and they are now everywhere,
Yes.
including Peloton, which is just a
Yes.
lovely crossover with our worlds because we are both just
Pella fans.
in the world.
So
Yeah.
and it's terrible. I don't even know the actor's name. But
Connor, one of them's Connor.
Ilya, that's right. So Ilya is the Russian. I'm so sorry. This is so bad. I forget their names. But yes, the really hot brown haired
Hunter?
guy with the really good butt. And they say really good butt because like that's the focus of the new Peloton spot is
Yep.
he's on the tread, walking around, 2 days in it. I feel like it's perfect. I think it completely captures.
Hudson. There we go.
What's his last name?
Hudson Williams.
Hudson Williams. Hudson Williams, new Peloton campaign.
Sorry
I
to
think
Heated Rivalry fans and Peloton. We should have done our due diligence before bringing this up, but we did not. Hudson Williams is doing a new spot for Peloton, and it's fantastic, and he has a great butt.
I think they nail it works because they nail the audience, because they nail culture, they nail the diversity of, you know, Peloton instructors, everything
Mm-hmm.
about it. I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
And they
Jess
struck while the
King,
iron was hot, which is great because that moment is still happening. Heated Rivalry
is it? Yeah.
it
Maybe a
is. Well, both of
little
those actors are still very much in their moment.
still working.
Yeah, which I love for them.
Jess King started, I think, a season 2. So I have not listened to her new podcast, but she's like a personality and someone that I actually would listen
Jess
to
King,
and follow.
another Peloton instructor.
Yes.
For those who aren't fans, I guess.
Just first name basis. But like what I liked about how she introduced her new platform and her new podcast, it's just like, hey, this is not like, yes, I know, hey, whoa, surprise, surprise, another podcast. She's like, but if you're a fan of me, you're part of our community. These are just interesting people, interesting conversations, topics I care about. If you care about me, you'll care about this. I'm like, yes, like that's exactly what this format is. That led me to think about like, okay, who would be like our dream guest down here? And like, I would actually love to have like a Jess King because I'd love
Yeah,
to talk
someone
to
from
her about
Peloton,
just like,
absolutely.
I know, Peloton. I'm going to get in on that.
There
So
was something that you reposted, an interview with Robin recently, and you
I love
reposted it
that.
on the Sip Happens account. And I'm not a fan of Robin's rides. I don't appreciate her energy, and a lot of people do, which is totally fine. Like, find the instructors that keep you motivated and during your ride. She does not do it for me. However, off of a bike, she had some lovely words of wisdom that she shared.
Yeah, I take her in doses. I think that's the beauty of like characters, personalities, Peloton people. Like you take what you need when you need it. And so I pull for her energy when I need like a badass, hard ass, someone yelling at me. Like that's the energy she gives. Or you want like a nurturing soul, like a Emma Lovewell or like an old whatever. So I can get into that. But Robin, yeah, I mean, like, she's also really built out her entire like exec presence, brand presence. And so her media team is like all over. But anyways, what Robin was saying was like, she's like, honey, you're a mom. You walk around every day carrying like 3 Stanleys like this,
9 grocery bags.
9 grocery bags,
A toddler
earbuds
on your
in,
hip.
doing this on your Zoom call. You can figure out how to do a push-up, honey. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yes, yes to that vibe.
It's all
Yes,
strength.
because it's just like,
It's all strength.
any women who like, I don't know, like, fortunately, I feel like in our lives, like we have a lot of friends who are very like active and strong. So like, but I think it's just a great reminder that we do incredibly hard and multitasking things every single day. Like, take care of yourself. Like, take a minute to go for like a walk or strength. And, um, I don't know. I've been so out of my routine. Luckily, at least I walk, but I've been so delinquent in terms of getting my act together. Like, I'm treading water with like work and life right now. So
Yeah, which is
I
fine.
got to
It's a
figure it out.
season. It
Yeah.
is a season, but I think there's communities where it is still, and growing up, it was celebrated to be a frail little woman and need a strong man to do everything for you. And that was the culture that was around me when I grew up. And that was the culture that, through my formative years, it was about keeping it tight, not keeping it strong. And I think there has been such a shift now, at least again, there's other circles
Yeah.
where this is not shifting, but
But it's
in
like the
our
Ozempic
circles,
thing too. So like I just saw, remember Beth?
yeah.
Do you remember Beth Gross?
No, but I know
Do
her
you meet
name. Yeah.
her?
You've mentioned
So
her many times.
again,
Lifelong friend.
yeah, so Beth is one of my oldest, dearest friends from high school, one of my best friends, and I reconnect with her after 2 years in New York. And
Amazing.
I mean, she would not care about us talking about this, but like we met for coffee at Partners right in the West Village, and we're sitting down. She's so cute. She's in a workout outfit, and she's like, we're talking. She's like, "So are you on Ozempic?" I'm like, "Girl, does it look like I'm on Ozempic?" And also, like,
Also,
would I,
yeah, you know
do
me
you know
better than
me?
that. You know me
Please,
better
like,
than that. Yeah.
and she's like, I just have to ask you, like, because so many of my friends are on GLP-1s, and they are people who are don't need to be on GLP-1s for health reasons. It's for a little
Yeah.
bit for vanity reason. And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe I should go on it. I'm like, no, you do not need it for health reasons. She is healthy, athletic, and she's fit, like all the
Yeah.
things. And so it's just like this culture that we're in with these like I'm so happy that I live in an area where it's like the opposite of keeping up with the Joneses. It's opposite of that. I don't know. And she's like, yeah, like our neighborhoods. She's in western
No.
suburbs of Chicago. She's like, it's
No.
insane. Every
Yeah.
conversation is like, what med spa are you going to? She's like, so what are you doing? I'm like, she's like, do you do Botox? I'm like, well, honey, is the sky blue? You know, but like it's just like, okay, well, what else? I'm like, well, to be honest, like that's it. Like I know I haven't ventured into anything else yet. I love a great facial and I do my, whatever. But I don't know. It's just for women right now, there's just such a like I don't know pressure conversation around all of that. And do it for
On the
you
red
if
carpet, on the everywhere you look, it's just thin, 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 skinny, skinny, skinny. And look, I'm someone who is
that was the topic of
naturally,
like Coachella too. Is like
yeah,
how the lines of Coachella for food were like non-existent because everyone's
yeah,
on Ozempic.
that's crazy. And it's everyone has different body types. Like I am someone who is always going to be 5'10". I'm always going to be thin. That's just how my body is. But that doesn't mean I can't be strong. That doesn't mean I can't be, someone who lifts weights or someone like I can do what feels good to me, and everyone should do what feels good to them. But the hard part is the noise is getting really loud. I feel like for a while in our culture, it quieted down and it's getting so loud now, the noise, that everyone should be thin. Everyone should look a certain way. I mean, it's the
Yeah,
same as any of those things. Like you should have a body like a Kardashian, you should have a body like this. And everyone's body is never going to look the same. So being able to shut out the noise and just focus on how you feel comfortable in your
yeah,
own skin
yeah.
is so hard
I
to
mean, I
do.
love. Oh, look at this. That does everyone hear that? I'm getting a FaceTime message from the ears must have been burning from Rachel Minucciani, one of my
Oh,
other
another
oldest best
friend dialing
friends.
in.
I know, dialing in. She must be knowing we're recording. I love food. I love food way too much to even like I don't know. Fortunately, I've always had a very healthy relationship with food, which is lucky, but like for that purpose alone, I could never be on like a GLP-1 because I love food. I love to eat. I look forward to it. You tell me, I would make a reservation at a restaurant looking at the menu in advance. What am I going to have for dinner? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
so,
I did that
okay.
last night.
What else you got? I got a couple more.
I mean, I've got a big schedule ahead this week. We've got a lot
Okay.
coming up. So our summer camp starts, and then we have a birthday party, of course. We have kids. There's always a birthday party, at least one every weekend now at this point in our lives. We're going to a minor league baseball game, which
Okay.
will be a lot of fun. It's a kids game, so the kids get to run the bases. We're going
Okay.
to see Bruce Springsteen
Oh, awesome. When is
Prudential
that?
Center in New Jersey, the
Cool.
most New Jersey invitation concert you could ever have. I'm
That's
so
awesome.
excited. It's going to be like a full anti-Trump rally, I'm anticipating, just politics everywhere.
Oh, wait,
Oh
serious?
yeah.
Is he?
Have you
I
not
actually
heard?
don't.
He's
Mm-mm.
very vocally anti-Trump. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He made a song
Okay.
called Streets of Minneapolis about the ice raids in
Okay.
Minneapolis that he
You
is,
know,
apparently it's on the set list. So
I love the lore of Bruce Springsteen. I didn't grow up a Bruce fan, so like I don't
really,
appreciate
I
yeah,
did.
I don't appreciate his music as much as I should, but like I can appreciate the legacy and lore of Bruce
Yeah.
Springsteen. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. So we're going to that.
I don't
And
know why
then
I figured that okay, we don't have to talk about politics, but like I don't know why that would be surprising. Maybe because like he always represented this like I don't know.
Americana.
I'm not going to go there, but yeah. Okay.
No, he is very, very openly anti.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I have bad news for you. I can't go to Florence next Friday.
Oh, wow.
I
All right. I was going to
know.
say that's the other thing I've got coming up,
I
Florence and the
know. I
Machine.
know. I have been looking forward to seeing Florence
You
Welsh
are a fan.
perform. I'm a huge fan. I booked these
Yeah.
tickets with my friend Lindsay months ago, and I finally, I just this morning I made the decision. I am literally, I'm
Swamped.
treading water. I'm
Yeah.
treading water in life and work, and I can't do a quick overnight to the city for the show as much as I want to. I'm going to be gone for the month of May. London, San Francisco, back and forth, Chicago, all for work. It's good, but
Yeah.
like I'm working from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. like every single day. I'm like
It's a tough call, but that was smart.
it's yes, yes. So you'll have to report back to me. I'm
I
so
will.
jealous.
I will. I'm excited. Yeah. So it's been a very busy week coming up, but it'll be fun. I'm excited.
um, the other thing, well, I was gonna segue into Erin Andrews and an IVF piece, unless there's something you wanted to talk about
Oh,
with. So I
no.
didn't look at Huberman. I know you sent me that thing about
Did.
Huberman hormone
Yeah.
health. I didn't
Huberman
listen.
Lab. I haven't gotten through the whole thing. It's a 2.5 hour podcast, but he
Yeah,
talks
of
with
course,
a
of course.
Dr. Natalie Crawford, who is a fertility
Okay.
expert. And the conversation thus far is just incredibly interesting. And the basic premise, at least at the beginning, is talking about how you shouldn't just look at fertility when you're trying to have a baby, that you should actually look at your fertility as a snapshot of your overall health. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if you are unable
Mm-hmm.
to get pregnant naturally, it's
Mm-hmm.
probably a sign that
Mm-hmm.
potentially there's a hormone imbalance that you should explore, something like that, which could it be impacting your body as a whole, not just your ability to have kids. So it's a really interesting
Yeah.
conversation. I'm excited to get through it.
So on that note, yes, I believe in that and agree with that, aligned with that, because something else that that's kind of just been oscillating in my mind has been the IVF journey.
Your personal
You know,
IVF journey.
my personal IVF journey. We've been trying to have a second for a while and then put that on hold. And then I kind of made peace with not moving forward with any more IVF earlier this year. I was planning on literally doing another retrieval and everything in January of 26. And then I was like, you know what? Pause. I'm just going to move forward and figure some things out. But I share that because I saw Erin Andrews and Carissa Thompson, two of my favorite sports girls, had their podcast come out. Erin has been very vocal about her surrogacy journey, her infertility journey. And she shared something this week that completely mirrors my approach, which is she's like, she's like, I know my body can do it. And she's like, I know science is like, I know age is against me and like the cards are against me. And in theory, I'm older, my eggs aren't as strong, like all these things are stacked against me. She's like, I still have this unrelenting belief that like my body can do it. Meaning like she's for an egg retrieval. She can't carry for reasons, but she
Yeah.
can at
Yeah.
least have an
Yeah.
egg. And so
Yeah.
she's like, I just want to do an egg. She was like, I continue to wanting to be doing an egg retrieval because I want to prove it to myself and prove to my body that I can do this. Tell me I can't do it and I'm going to do it. That's like the
Yeah.
competitive nature in here. And like,
Yeah. You
that's kind of
absolutely
like,
have that
that's like
gene.
where I'm at is like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like our family is incomplete. I think that if this is how we're going to move forward in life, I am completely blessed and happy and content with Max and Lemon and where we are. Um, but like I almost just want to do another retrieval because it's like, tell me I can't do it and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Tell me I can't produce some healthy eggs, I'm going to do it. But to your point on the Huberman piece is like when I was going through all of these retrievals, like over the past like 18 months, I was in a completely different place
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally than I am now.
Professionally. Yeah.
Professionally. And like, I almost want to just do a retrieval now to like prove that the energy and the like absolutely weighs into what your body is capable of producing. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's almost like doing like a blood draw or like seeing
Yeah.
like where your markers are at. So
Yeah.
that's my excited, long-winded way of saying like I literally would be
It's
open to
back on the
doing another
table.
doing an egg retrieval based purely from my competitive sense of like, tell me I can't do it and I'm going to do it. And then
Yeah.
also I'm in a much different place now than I was 2 years ago. So even though I'm older and my eggs are older, everything else is better. And I think that it carries more weight than like the age of your eggs.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, as I'm having these thoughts, my doctor proactively like reached out to me for the first time in like 2 months. Which is
Okay.
like, this is
You
weird.
don't ignore those
Like,
things. Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm thinking about this and I hear from my doctor out of nowhere. So
That was one of the things that I really appreciated about the beginning portion of the podcast. Again, I haven't listened to the entire episode, but in the conversation, Dr. Crawford repeatedly says, if you are having your period, if you still get a regular period, you can still get pregnant. Like whatever age you are, if you are still having a regular period, you can still get pregnant. She said, obviously that goes down with age, but if you have had, because she specifically covered secondary infertility, she said, if you have had a child with the same partner previously, had a pregnancy full term, that it increases your likelihood of having another pregnancy around 20% or something like that. And when we get past the age of 40, the chances of getting pregnant every month is maybe 3%, but she repeatedly says it's not zero. It is not zero.
it's like, so you're telling me there's a chance.
Literally, she's like, if you are getting your period regularly, you could get pregnant. So all these women that she said she has people come in all the time that are like, I didn't know I could get pregnant. I thought I was already in menopause. And she was like, were you getting your period? Then you can get pregnant. Like that's how the body works. Those are the signs that your body's telling you that you can get pregnant. So it's an interesting conversation. I'm excited to finish it, but I love hearing that your fertility journey is still happening.
I'm very overwhelmed. Yeah, like not at this moment because my May is insane, but it's back on the table, and I feel like that's kind of how I am. So
it absolutely is how you are.
It's a roller coaster. So,
also, we've discussed this. Having an egg retrieval doesn't mean you have to do an egg transfer, embryo transfer. Like
and
you
like
can.
that's the point. And so it's like okay, well then what if you do a transfer? I mean, you do a retrieval, and what if you do have one really great viable egg? Like, what do you do with them? Like, I will cross that bridge when I get there. Like,
there are multiple steps in this process.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
All right. Well, I need to follow Erin and Carissa more closely. I do not, but one thing that did pop up, things I saw on social, and I should have mentioned this earlier. Did you read the book Yesteryear?
Mm-mm.
Or have you heard of it? I hadn't either. But it popped up on social for me because apparently it is a book about a trad wife who goes back in time and has to live in a time when all of her
a trad wife
time and dote upon her husband, farm, make all of her brood from scratch and go out in the garden and tend to the animals. And apparently the book was incredibly popular and Anne Hathaway bought the rights to the movie. So I am very interested now. I want to look into the book and then I'm intrigued to see what happens.
It's like the point, like you're a trad wife in today's world and it's like, oh, you think you want to be a trad wife? But
so you're a trad wife influencer in today's world. And then it's like, okay, prove it. And you get sent back to actual trad wife times to see what life as a trad wife is actually like.
Yeah, I think, like that definition, I don't know. I feel like that definition is so broad now. Because like now to
be like ballerina farmer was like sent back in time.
I feel like she would be fine. Girl would thrive.
I'm sure she would.
That's an example of someone would thrive. I'm thinking of, what's her name? Who talks like this and makes her coffee in the morning. I made homemade what's her name?
Thank heavens I don't know that person.
Oh my God, you totally know.
I definitely don't know that person.
Oh, I'm sending that to you. She's like one of the most famous.
No, don't taint my algorithm.
She cosplays, but she's kind of real. Anyways,
what have you been watching this week? What have you been consuming?
Nothing.
Really?
Famesick. I think the biggest. I was in the city this week.
Okay.
I was in the city this week for work and play. Went to the Business Women's Sports Conference. Saw a bunch of great friends. Saw my old friend Beth. I got comped a suite at the Hotel Indigo.
Wow.
In Lee. We have been trying to be loyal to IHG for the past couple of months to kind of build up points because we've never been loyal to a hotel chain. So we're like, okay,
you picked one and you jumped in.
Yes, because we love the Six Senses, luxury, whatever.
Yeah. Indigo has some great properties.
It's the first time I actually saw a benefit to all of our loyalty to IHG. I walked in and they're like, hey, we comped to I had to pay for the room. But they like upgraded me.
Yeah.
A penthouse suite. And I was like, damn,
don't mind if I do. Yeah.
I don't mind. Wish I was staying here longer. So I was in the city all, for a couple of days for work, which was busy. So I haven't watched, but I've listened. I think the biggest thing is like Lena Dunham, Famesick, audio. Yeah.
You definitely haven't gotten on jury duty yet. Jury duty has come and gone. It is so good though.
I know. I just like add it to the laundry list. I'm behind. I still need to see Euphoria. I had a season 3 premiere. I still need to
Another
catch
one
up
I
on
haven't watched.
Landman. I got to catch up on Shrinking.
Shrinking.
Friends and Neighbors started again. I haven't
Yep.
done that. I am like,
Love on the Spectrum.
no, I mean, I'm going to be on a plane for like the next
Cue it
month for
up.
me of travel is going to be huge. I have so many things that I'm going to be
Cue it
able to
all up.
maybe just binge on.
So I think because of the NASA kick that we were on, my algorithm now is pushing me like, oh, you are into the Earth. Here is a bunch of stuff about nature and the planet and everything, which I love. It's fantastic. And that wasn't my algorithm previously. So now I was scrolling social media and saw something called whale falling. Have you
Okay.
ever heard of this?
No.
Whales don't die. They just get sick of swimming and stop. And they just slowly sink until they drown. And it's a good thing because it then feeds the whole ecosystem of the ocean of all the little creatures below that get to like eat the carcass of it. They don't die. They get tired of swimming and they're just like, I don't know, I'm out. And just
And then,
sink until they drown.
and then they slowly, they just kind of slowly go to sleep and give back to the
Give
circle of
back
life.
to Mother Ocean.
To be honest, I think that's beautiful.
It is
I think that's a
beautiful, but
beautiful
also
way to
very
go.
sad. Very sad to me. I was like, come on, like that. They just one day decide they're done swimming and stop
You
their
know what?
little
I feel
fins
like
and tail.
I think that is the most peaceful way for them to go. Thinking of all the other terrible things that are happening with like ocean
It's
destruction
very
and
magical.
whaling
It's
and like,
beautiful, but it also thinking about it because obviously I'm thinking about it as a human. Like, if what if humans did that? If like our grandparents and parents were like, I don't know, I'm done, and just like went out to sea, or just, I mean, that
yeah,
would
I
actually be a
mean,
lovely way to go as a human, just to like fall
I
asleep and
think
not wake up.
no, that's like an animal thing. I feel like that's kind of what aren't those like that's what like old dogs, that's what dogs kind of do. They go out into the woods and they just kind of know it's their time. And
You know what? Actually,
cats,
swans do that, which I know because we have so many swans out here. There was a swan who, I guess, every year when the swans hatch, we can see the little ones growing up. And there was one that just, I guess, didn't come out strong enough and decided to come out of the water, cozy up on the little beach in front of our house, just curled up into a ball and just
mm,
waited there until it died. And its swan family was right out in the water, just waiting for it to go. And it was, I think it was like a couple years ago. So Emerson was a toddler and was like, oh my
do you
gosh,
want
a
to get,
swan.
do you want to be buried or cremated? Do you care?
I haven't thought about it. I probably cremated.
Yeah, me too.
What's
For sure.
left
I'm
of me?
like,
Because like take my body, study it, do what you need with it, and then cremate the rest.
take my organs. But yeah,
Cremation is very. We have a box of Spencer's father in the house downstairs, like in our little
okay.
HVAC closet, that has been full for, it's been what, 8 years now since his dad passed.
Did you
And we
want
try
it
to take
spread
bits of
anywhere?
him with us when we travel places. Like he didn't want to be just spread
What does
somewhere.
that mean? You like put it in
Well,
a
like
little
we'll be
like
like, let's
baggie?
take Walter to Italy. So we'll take some ashes to Italy and like sprinkle him every time we travel. We take him with us
Okay.
to
Okay.
go around the world. And
know?
there's so much Walter left. There's a lot of Walter left. Cremation
Walter.
is like, you think it's just going to be this small thing. It's like a very hefty amount of ash left from cremation.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Walter.
Cremate
We'll
me. I
bring
have to
Walter next time we visit you. We'll sprinkle him some there.
Oh my God. I was gonna say something really weird, but like, because I don't know, I'm like the worst mom. I told Max, I'm like, cremate me and then sprinkle me on top of your granola and eat me in your yogurt. He's like, what? I'm like, okay.
Never
Too
mind,
much.
just kidding.
Like, never mind, too much. It's like, okay.
Okay.
Okay. On that note, we're gonna end this because I have to get on a call, but I feel like we boomed. I mean, we'll end on a cremation
I didn't even
note.
get through some of my notes. This is great.
know.
We'll save them for next week.
Earmark them. You earmark those guys.
Thanks,
Adios.
everyone.